Within the framework of the 57th session of the United Nations Human Rights Council, an event was held on the topic Right to Return as a key stimulus for peace and reconciliation. International expert Venceslav Sabev moderated the event, which was attended by UN member states and numerous non-governmental organizations. Galibis Rafilov, permanent representative of the Republic of Azerbaijan at the United Nations in Geneva, and other international organizations, Evgeny Das, professor of the Geneva Academy of International Humanitarian Law and Human Rights, head of the Global Institute for Water, Environment and Health, Nidal Salim, and Ulviya Zulfikar, head of the public relations of Western Azerbaijan Community and Western Azerbaijan Television Department, and spokesperson, made a speech at the event. Moderator of the event, international expert Venceslav Sabev, noted that the right of return is an integral part of international principles and spoke about the relevance of the theme of the event. Ambassador Galibis Rafilov emphasized that Azerbaijan is a supporter of multi-state peace and reconciliation and adheres to all international legal norms and principles on human rights. Evgeny Das, professor of the Geneva Academy of International Humanitarian Law and Human Rights, informed about the right of return, the basic rights of refugees and internally displaced persons, and emphasized that these rights are indisputable and the importance of their implementation. Nidal Salim, head of the Global Institute for Water, Environment and Health, in his speech touched on fundamental issues related to the rights of refugees, stating that the right of return should be applied to all population groups suffering from these conflicts. The representative of the Western Azerbaijan Community, Ulviya Zulfikar, in her speech gave information about the history of the forced expulsion of Azerbaijanis from the territory of Armenia, where the absolute majority all the time, and emphasized that the painful consequences of these deportations have not yet been eliminated. Ulviya Zulfikar noted that the Western Azerbaijan community's repeated attempts to start a dialogue with the Armenian government on the issue of return remains unanswered. Instead, she said that statements questioning the right of return of Azerbaijanis from Armenia have been ignored. The Armenian government prevents us from visiting our homes and our holy places. We hope for the support of the international community, especially the human rights institutions of the United Nations. This support is very important because the efforts of community alone are not enough to remove the obstacles that Armenia creates for us to return to our homes, she said. The community official called on human rights institutions, including special rapporteurs, to prepare reports and take other necessary measures to eliminate the violations of the rights of Azerbaijanis expelled from Armenia, especially the denial of their right of return. At the Western Azerbaijan Community, we condemn the claim made by the Dutch Minister of Foreign Affairs regarding the supposed forced departure of Armenians from Azerbaijan's Karabakh region. It's well known that Armenians voluntarily left the Karabakh region after refusing Azerbaijan's offer of reintegration and citizenship. Furthermore, referring only to ethnic Armenians in such matters, while ignoring the Azerbaijanis forcibly expelled from Western Azerbaijan, constitutes ethnic and religious discrimination. The systematic and unfounded accusations against Azerbaijan by the Netherlands are unacceptable. Instead of slandering Azerbaijan, the Netherlands should fulfill its decolonization obligations on its overseas territories such as Bonaire, St. Eustace, Sabah, Aruba, Curacao, and St. Martin, in accordance with the United Nations Charter, and cease violating the rights of the local populations there. The Netherlands, which refuses to carry out decolonization and violates the rights of the indigenous population, has no moral right to speak on issues of human rights and humanitarian matters. We demand that the Netherlands cease its slander campaign against Azerbaijan and respect the right of Western Azerbaijanis to return safely. United States Vice President Kamala Harris, in her address to the Armenian American community as a presidential candidate, referred to the right of Armenians from Nagorno-Karabakh to return. First of all, we must note that there is no region called Nagorno-Karabakh in Azerbaijan. The use of this term, which is associated with separatism and occupation, is disrespectful to Azerbaijan's territorial integrity and sovereignty. Furthermore, Vice President Harris's reference to the right to return solely for ethnic Armenians is discriminatory. The right of Azerbaijanis expelled from Western Azerbaijan to return to their homes is a necessary condition for the establishment of justice and lasting peace. Ignoring the right of return for Western Azerbaijanis by the Vice President doesn't contribute to peace. We call on Vice President Harris to respect the right of Western Azerbaijanis to return safely and with dignity to their homes and to refrain from allowing discrimination based on ethnicity or religion in the matter of the right to return, says the statement of Western Azerbaijan Community.